Ooh. Damn. I was almost terribly late. I'm only like a minute or two late. I am very in chaos right now. Everything is like all over the place because I gotta catch a flight tomorrow morning. And I still need to finish packing. Okay. Get in chat, Stripes. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hello. Yeah, everything is kind of like up in the air right now because I just need to finish packing and stuff like that. Because I'm going to be away next week. And there probably won't be a stream. I'll try, but there probably won't be a stream. Hello. Okay, let me swap to my other screen and we can start feedback time. Let's go. Today might be a shorter stream. Depends how many IDs you guys send me, but I do have a lot of other things to get to, so let's get started. Open my notepad.
It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I'll admit I really missed this place. Just so you know, you haven't been replaced. Cause I still think of you now, like nothing has changed. And we just can't deny our hearts still beating tight. We're both still synchronized. Oh, yeah. And we can't live a lie. In between you and I, there's always love we hide. But it's always when you're the heart. It's always when you're the heart. It's always when you.
Ooh, nice melody. Okay, this is really cool. I actually really like this.
It's been a while.
I really like your breaks as well. Feel pretty alive. You've got a lot of like, all of this tiny crystally stuff is super good. I think especially for Future Bounce, it's gonna be more and more important that like it's gonna be more and more standard that you have lots of crystally stuff in there because it just adds so much detail and atmosphere. Yeah, I really like this. My notes are pretty limited. I would say the vocal here is like a weak point. I think if you're gonna use this run, it needs to be processed differently because it sounds really bad here. Like, I think either try to do some really creative processing where like the formant is like weirdly manipulated and it kind of gets very robot-y and it kind of leans into the sound of that run, and we'll also just add like cool hype. It's like, oh, there's a cool thing happening, or yeah, maybe just cut it out or chop it, or like have it really reverb. But right now it sounds super awkward. As far as the is my favorite collab right now, I mean, Based is super cool.
It's always when you.
I like the drop. I think the melody's interesting, which is a rare thing, I'd say, for me to say. I'm trying to think where I've heard this before, but it's not coming to mind immediately, which means it's at least not as spammed as everything else. And it just feels good. The mix, though, feels a bit fuzzy, if that makes sense. It's like a frizzy kind of mix, where like the base of all the sounds is really good, but it feels like there's work getting into the details and like polishing everything so that there's more clarity in the mix. Now, maybe you kind of want it fuzzy. But for me, I feel like there's just more you can do to bring more of these elements kind of into the foreground and make them really clear and satisfying. I think for one, like the high end, I like that it's tamed, but I think a little bit of extra like clarity at like 10K. I'm gonna test it. Yeah, I mean, you could remove some of like the low mids, like you could even call it like the bass, like somewhere around that like 200 to 400 frequency. I think you can tame some stuff. Let's see I'm not sure if this is going to be is this actually a problem or I'm just imagining it because this is stuff I've been focused on recently, but make sure that you're using mid side to cut away all your frequencies below like 150 hertz. Especially, you can even put it maybe a bit higher for some of the sounds, but I would just caution you to make sure that you don't have too much going on in the low end in the stereo, because the funny thing is the wider you go lower, the narrower the high and mids feel. So if you have like a lot of width in like the 200 area, yeah, the 200 area is going to feel really wide. And if that's the most important frequency range for your sounds, then yeah, you kind of want it wide. But in this case, you really want the mids to be the focus for this emotional style. So I would make sure that your low end and like low mids, that like everything below like 300, 400 hertz is fairly trim and fairly mono. Like, yeah, it shouldn't be completely mono, but trim and like neat. Make sure that it's not like super wide. Keep it narrow it a bit, and it'll make your mids feel much wider and your highs feel wide as well, without you having to change anything on the mids and highs. Who's blushing? I appreciate it, but it's just kind of funny. Alt tab and there's just boom, stream of blush. That's really it. I mean, everything other than that is great. Yeah, like the basses are crunchy and have lots of movement. I mean, it's kind of just sick. I hope that is helpful. Alvin Mo ready for ya. Let's take a listen. What?
Wait for me, I'm not far behind.
I know that I can change all of those nights beneath the window frame. Wow.
We could go round in the same place.
In the same place. Oh my god, so many chats came in at once. Wait, sorry, I want to read the chats because like all of them came in at once for no reason. So the highest to 10K are in that frequency. No, what I was talking about is like at around 10K. So just take a bell and then around that 10 kilohertz, just give it a boost. Don't worry too much about like that stuff between like 5K and 8K, because for the most part you want that. You don't want to boost that high end too much because you're just gonna pull up a bunch of nasty frequencies. No, don't skip the extended mix frequency. Yeah, but like I don't have that much time today, so I can't really sit here and listen to extended mixes. Then again, I say that and then I spend 10 minutes talking about like one track, but if I have a lot to say, I got a lot to say. How is it not on time? This is unacceptable. For real. Paulo, I'd be careful about adding to the mix with ozone because that just goes into mastering if you're doing it on the whole thing. If you're doing it on an individual tracks, I guess it makes sense. Like, yeah, definitely use ozone to tweak different stuff, make it more juicy, but yeah. This mix is so interesting. I don't think I've ever heard a Future Bounce bass that's this in this style that's this neat. It's like so tidy.
I'm not far behind. All beneath the window frame. Don't know.
Yep.
We keep going round and round in the same place. Can't decide. Live my life on the ground, there ain't no space. Memories keep me waiting for the stars above. I think I'm ready for you. I think I'm ready for you. I think I'm ready for you.
Sorry, I was just messing around with it. I really like this. I really like the melody. Chord progression is really great. There's something really satisfying about all the combinations of sounds you have, especially your chords. All the little like da sounds as well are really good. I don't know. Everything about this is like super dope. I feel like the mix is just not in my face enough, but maybe I've been listening to a bit too much Knock 2 and ISO. Like, Evan has improved so much recently, it's crazy. Yeah, I envy their improvement. Like Alvin, all the guys that are doing Future Bounce now are like going pretty crazy. Just like getting better and better and better. And I'm not getting better. Oh. But that's because I'm so busy. The last month has just been like so not music related. It's really annoying. I've done like a little bit in like some free time I have, but it's just been tough because I have so many other life things going on that I can't sit down and work on music. I really don't have any feedback because it's just so good. My feedback actually would be here. This woo, I like the wobble of it, but it feels very overdone. Like it starts to just feel out of key more than it is in key. So I'd say keep the wobble, but just to make it a little more, how shall I say, just not quite as extreme of an effect. I also don't like the vocal that much under here. I think you can make it work if you have it do something weird. Like if it has some weird processing on it, or I would say even have it like panning or try shaper boxing it and see where you end up with it. But right now it's just kind of under there. Like it's adding a bit of like pad vibe, but I'm also just not a big fan of the vocal in general, and this feels like it's just showcasing the underwhelmingness of the vocal. I hope some of that is helpful. Alright, next one. Dozen. Let's go. This is a nice... This looks painted. But then the sun looks very real. Alright, let's go. I need to listen to that again. Okay, I like the idea of this, and I like that you're experimenting with different drums, but these ones don't work. Like, and unfortunately, with Future Bounce, you need the really punchy transients on your kick and clap, and this is just missing them. If you compare it to this one, for example, and also this, like, you just... The transient of it is just so much stronger. Especially the amount of high end that you need in this genre just means that you need drums that match that. You need like hard, plunky transients. Unfortunately, this is kind of missing that. So it makes all the other stuff is cool. I think the sub as well is like a little too quiet. Let me hear just the sub. Yeah. I don't know. It feels a bit too like it's doing too many things. I think you need to find longer notes for the sub. Because as is right now, like the sub is just like, and for the like that like deep sub, you really need to make sure that it's sustaining a bit. Because the sub frequencies are so low that if you try to chop them in the same way that you would this normal bass, where it's really going to struggle to make any sound, and you're going to end up with a really weak feeling sub. Yeah, I would say if you want, split your sub. Keep the deep sub, everything below 100 hertz, like much more sustained. So this part where it's doing do 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 do, and the notes are like chopping but like next to each other, just keep it sustained on the bottom end. And then for your high sub, you can have it do this pattern, because up after 100 hertz you can kind of do more of these chops and you'll get the same volume. And then if you combine that with a much punchier kick and clap, I think you'll have a pretty cool track. Also, I would encourage you to try some new stuff with your build, because the doesn't build, it's nice that you have a kind of thing going, but I would recommend you experiment with it. I'm also missing a bit of stereo movement. I think you have these like, if those are like individual sounds, I would recommend you pan them, or use an LFO to make them pan around or do something, because you can get way more movement in the break just by having them pan around. Obviously, if you're listening in mono, it won't make a difference, but for people with headphones or speakers, it will make a difference, and you'll feel that. You'll just feel like, oh, there's more movement, there's more atmosphere, without you having to add any more sounds. So I hope that's helpful. Make sure that this is Blue Chill Garage, I bet. Is that Virtual Riot? Bro is trying new things. I like it. I'll review Slap House. I just won't be that happy about it. Nice piano. Yeah, I like the delay you have on this as well. Like, this is also, like, kind of what I'm talking about, doesn't? Like, funnily enough, this is not feedback for Discontent, it's feedback for the previous person, but, like, this is the kind of stereo movement I'm talking about, where you either use plugins that are gonna naturally create extra stereo width, with, like, delays or reverbs, like this. Where the whole mix just feels way wider and more interesting. Or you can manually like have the dry sounds pan around as well. Both of those are interesting options. I'm missing like some sort of like percussive element or some sort of like slightly driving, but maybe it's supposed to be this ambient. Maybe I don't listen to garage that much, so I might just not know. I think the snare roll, though, you don't need. I would say if you're going to do this chill thing, you can literally just have it be super chill, and then just a very minimalistic, like, fill type of thing. I think this fill as well is too much. I think it should be more like, because then you get this kind of, like, feeling of just, like, the songwriting alone should be enough to just carry this up into this more high energy state where you go from this to, because actually the vibe wise the difference between them isn't too much. It's you have sub and a little more drums. Discount with the bangers as always. Oh, you mean cut off at the end? Yeah, the cut off. Here, I would just have this. I would say take this and then just have it like delay super hard. Just have like, I don't know, like not a 16th, but maybe like an 8th delay or something. That's just like, and just like fades out, and it'll help combine these two sections. That's actually a trick I learned from Ian Kirkpatrick. He has some fantastic videos. Like a channel called Soul State has like combined a bunch of his streams and just like plucked out all the highlights. And some of those videos are really great for learning these like interesting tips that I think will work for almost any kind of pop or electronic like digitally produced music. Very cool. I like piano. Bass house idea. Let's go. Oh my god, it's so loud. Hi Azura. Damn, this is... Okay. I really, really like this A part, but the B part feels like it's not different enough. And I have know exactly what reference I would recommend to you. The A part's great. Where is it? Bruh. Leaking my public likes. Here we go. Do something like this. No, it's not even this track. It's the other one. Is it? No, maybe it is this track. There's one of these with like, yeah. Try something like this, like crazy perks, like bongos and stuff, just like really processed instead of this. Or with this together, but like find a way to combine it in there with this perkier style, because it feels like you have this really stabby A part, and then the B part is also trying to do the same thing but with a different sound. And my experience, especially at ADE, showed me that a lot of the best, clubbiest tracks have a really nice contrast where they have like one section that's doing one thing, and then they like bring a switch in the drop, and it goes back and forth, and you have this really enjoyable switch because things are a little bit different, so you can do different stuff. Sheesh sub is so smooth. It is. Subs to sleep to. That might actually be a thing. Just sub noise. Just that's really my recommendation. Also the break. This thing is too monotonous. You either need to process it way more and get it much more analog so that it feels alive and like crackly and has way more like small automation based changes. You know, like if you were to play it out of a piece of analog gear, because then the small tiny details and like, you know, little distortion modulation and like pitch and stuff, the way it fluctuates will like justify the sound being this sustained and this kind of continuous. Or I would say like make it have some decay or something so that it's not the whole time. Because you have it going the whole time through here. Or you need some other elements to carry like the melody. Like Asunder, yes. That's a perfect example. Asunder. They put out a new track recently, this. Which track am I thinking of? Not that. That's Retro Future. Is it? No, I can't find the track I'm thinking of. Is it Gramophone, maybe? Gramophone is probably up here. Nope, that's also a different sound. I can't keep track. They have so many tracks already. I can't. 43 tracks. I can't keep track of them all. Very cool idea, though. Makes it solid. I think it's just like would acquire some extra... Yeah, anyway, I'm losing my mind, guys. Mice are real. Alright, send it. I don't know what I'm about to hear, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. Toxic Wraith. Is Toxic Wraith in chat? Have I missed him? Are you sick? Not really anymore. Like I'm mostly fine. Favorite and viewer? Truly. Yeah, I'm mostly fine for now. My voice has stopped being terrible. Why this vocal though? Spent hard work. Why does the lead get so quiet here? I don't know why, I'm just not jiving with the track, and I'm trying to place what it is. Because, like, the sounds are cool. I'm not sure if... I have to say, I'm not a big fan of this melody. I don't know if it's the key as well. Yeah, I think for me it's mostly the melody. Because when I drop the key, the chords sound nicer to me. So it's a little bit of that. Also, Car, you still haven't explained what spending hard work on that vocal means. Or at least my chat has not updated. If you have explained it. Yeah, I would say as well the lead should be more stereo. Because you have these wide chords, which I think you could make more mid-heavy, by the way. The chords could be a little more excitement, a little more hefty. But I think the lead needs to be more stereo as well, because you have these chords that are like here, and then the lead is like here. And I think the lead could be somewhere here, and even if you keep the chords out there, like the distance between them is not too weird. Yeah. I wrote another note. Oh yeah, no. Need more stereo. The vocal. The kick doesn't fit in the break, by the way. The clap is also super stereo here, like more so than... Like the clap is more stereo than any of the elements in your drop, except maybe the chords, which is... can work sometimes, but it's a little too snappy for me, so I'd change the break drums, sorry. The drop drums I actually like. Yeah, for me, it is definitely this melody. Which is sad, because I don't want to, like, hate on people's melodies, but also... I can't... Amine. Sugoi. Okay, let's go. Conky ID, it's time. When I'm with you. Pocket singer? No way, Conky. Yeah, it's time. I've never tried Pocket Singer. I might give that a go, because I've been wanting to mess around with Vocaloids. We'll take notes on this melody. Okay. I can see the world ahead. A chord progression. Conky boo bass.
Nice. This is a good sound.
Sorry, of course, and the lead went so high it visited Jesus for a second. Just went up there, dabbed him up, left.
Damn. I think you've sent me this track before, but I think this is a newer version because I recognize this melody. I don't know how you got a melody so complicated that I like so much, but it's great. Like it's just great. Bill needs some filter drop elements. It's too abrupt right now. I do agree with this. Of course, it's making a good point. This, you don't really get a feeling of like what's coming. Same here. Actually, here you have it and here you don't. Which in a sense kind of works because you already know what the drop is, but it's still nice to have some filtered stuff. Also, I think for this, it's filtered, but it needs more reverb for the build-up. Like the lead needs more reverb and also maybe some echo, like some delay, just to get more excitement going, and also for it not to be as like dry as when it comes in the drop. I have a couple of notes. The kick and the clap could be better, but to be honest, they're not terrible right now, so I'd say focus more on the other sounds you have. The bass definitely has a lot of muddiness in the 200 hertz range. And if I EQ it away, you're going to immediately hear the difference.
Like the mix just gets a lot cleaner. And I think you have quite a bit of muddiness like in your low mids. I think in both the bass and also in the chords, I think you could remove a lot of that that low mid stuff, so the stuff below 400 hertz. Don't cut it away, just like EQ it down so it's not as powerful. And it's going to make the sounds feel brighter overall, which feels like what this mix needs. It just needs all the elements to sort of match more of its leads. I would take your whistle and maybe distort it a bit, or duplicate it and add like a really bit crushed layer of the whistle, because I think it will complement what you have nicely. In the break, you have this vocal. I feel like the reverb needs to be a bit more present, and also the vocal needs to be a bit more compressed. It needs a bit more compression, a bit more reverb. Not even more reverb, it needs a short reverb to give it more room sound, because right now you have this long reverb that casts this nice long sound, but it needs something to give it a little more like width and closeness, like the kind of reverb that you find in like a living room or like more of a studio, like very short, somewhere around like, you know, a half a second, maybe, just enough that it's like feels reverby, but you can add, you know, 20% of that and it's gonna feel much more it's gonna fit, I think, in the mix much better. I had one other note. What notes? Oh, I think yeah, the vocal also has some tuning issues where sometimes it feels like it goes like, sometimes it feels like it goes a little off key. The chord progression as well makes that hard, because you have this really cool, colorful chord progression, but it might be that some of the notes go out of, like, I don't know what key it's even in or what like mode, but it might be that the vocal just can't keep up with the chords you have. But you might be able to just fix that like with some tuning. Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell whether it's the vocal or the chords that are making the tuning issue. But you could also saturate your chords a bit more. In general, you could saturate your chords and leads a bit more. But it's like detail stuff. The idea is still really, really cool. So I think if you just work on like tweaking that and improving the production, it'll be pretty sick. Oh, that was a lot of talking. Okay, next one. Next one. Let's go. It's the Asta. Let's hit it. Again, super fresh looking cover. I don't know how you have a different cool one every time, but hell yeah.
Can we try? Make it right? Can we go back to the good times? Maybe if we try, make it right. We can get back to the good times.
Damn. I will say I really like the style and everything, but this feels like, out of all the tracks you sent me, one of the harder ones to follow. Like, I really struggle to catch the flow that I'm supposed to follow overall. It's like this sound mixed with this thing feels, for some reason, just feels really hard to keep track of what's happening in what order. But all the drums and perks are perfect. Like, they smashed it. And the sound design as well is great. It feels like the flow is doing too much for how many elements you have. Like specifically here, then you have the hits, and then the lead that's bouncing around, and then the vocal comes in. It's just like too many elements doing too many notes, it feels like. I really like this though. This feels like one of the darker ideas. This wow sound is crazy as well. Didn't expect the drop. Could have a pitch wobbling soft chord stab. The bass is not following the top groove. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh. Yeah, this thing is tough. It is cool though, but yeah, there's just too many. It's not even that there's too many elements. I think the elements are good. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like an arm with like 5 joints. Like it's very hard to keep track of everything going on and like follow. It's just too many things moving too many times. So I think if you simplify a little bit some of the elements and make them just like, you know, take out one note here, a note there, like one less groove here, you'll have a pretty awesome track. That's my guess though. I might be completely wrong and it ruins the track. But that's my current guess. Toxic Wraith might rework the break, by the way. New track out. Yes. Go check out the cool new track. I've listened to this a bunch of times. I heard this live as well, along with a bunch of other Toxic Wraith stuff. When he did a great set at the MBL day event. Super great. I mean, let's just play the. Clean as hell. Freaking clean. Alright, now let's listen to a wonderful ID though. In Love With You. Same.
Can't take me on, don't wanna think about your lips. Would rather taste them than just sit and reminisce. Nobody thought to me unless it's you again. At the end of the night, it's gonna be just you and I think I'm in love with you. Are you in love with me too?
Damn, this build is hype. Whoa. Damn, the end effect here. That's such a clean transition. Wow, that's so juicy. Send me your stem of Kara off stream. Addis hits with the drop sounds Lopez. Yeah, this is gonna be my feedback as well. It's like the mix sounds weirdly hollow. Like it feels like there's a comb filter on it. I think as well it's something to do with the way the bass is moving, where the bass feels like it's too gritty on top, and it's missing that like warmth. Like here, this sounds a lot better mix-wise to me, I think, because you bring in this vocal thing and it brings more of that like warmth to it. It's a little more midi and mid-y, as in like has more mids in it. Just like feels a bit warmer overall. I mean, I know for your style of bass house, you keep it really clean and like exciting, like high-end focused, but I think in this case it's like a little too I was gonna say like soapy, but that doesn't make any sense, but like it's a little too many clean. I'll DM you later, BB. Might need to layer another lead to fill out the high end. Yeah. Sides also need more high end passing. I don't mind that the track's some more mono, actually. Like, if you compare it to this, like this feels pretty mono and it's still good. And this also, like, the stereo is fine. Here, though, the mids feel wider. Yeah, I think it's just missing like lower frequencies, like a lower the stuff in the bass. There's just like a lot of high end populating this, and it's missing that mid grounding sound thing. Yeah, I feel like it's playing in my forehead. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's also just mixed stuff. The idea is cool. I really like this part, by the way. I feel like this needs like one little break in it though, like some sort of little turnaround, like, and then goes back into the, because it feels like it just never stops. You're not really sure when you're allowed to stop, like, so I think like going to whatever feels natural, like 2 bars or 4 bars or whatever it ends up being, and then just doing like a little turnaround, not like a half a bar or something, and then just goes back into the will feel cool. I think that will feel cooler than having it go the whole way. Yeah, that's very cool. But yeah, please do send me stems. I will definitely remix it. I'm gonna be gone next week, and in fact I might not be able to do a feedback stream, which is kind of tragic. Thanks for the view. I'll look at it as well. Bet will do. Yeah, I won't be able to work on it. I also have something I might want to... No Kyokchan. No, probably not. I might try something on Instagram Live, but the problem is where I'll be staying, I know there's not going to be stable internet, so it might be tough. But we'll see. There's also the possibility that I just won't be able to work uninterrupted, so that also for me is like... I don't want, like, I'm like giving feedback and then suddenly someone needs something from me, or I need to talk with somebody else. It's, doesn't really make sense to me. Wow, that is a fantastic picture. That's so awesome. Alright, let me... Something chill. This is a great way to finish off the stream, unless there are more submissions, which there are not. Okay. The rhythm gets a little wonky, but I'm curious now where this goes. Whoa! What? What? Hey! What the hell? Why is the mix so good all of a sudden? I'm actually so confused. The mix on the chords is so nice. That's so cool. What? Same thing as the last time it dropped, just jump scares you? Yeah. This one though, it's so cute that I don't even mind. It's just like such a nice sound that I like. Jump scare me, go for it. That's so cool. My chord work is so nice. Man, that's crazy. Also, did you send me another one of her? I swear you didn't. There's literally not another one from you. You're literally lying. No. Ah, I see. I'll check this one out. 4 hours, oh my god. I'm gonna skip through it though, because I actually need to end, because I have to go. I just realized I didn't give any feedback to this. I was just so blown away that I was like, whoa, it's so good. Yeah. I don't know. It's just good. Like, if it didn't jump scare you, it would be even better. Also, the rhythm in some places gets a little weird where you're like, this isn't in time, but I don't even care because it's just... That's sick. It's so long. What? That sounds crazy. Also, it's drum and bass. I know it says drum and bird up here, but I didn't realize it until the end. It's like, eh? That came a bit out of nowhere. I was expecting it to be a house tune with that melody. That's super cool. I really like you doing this kind of sound design stuff. It's like very distorted and blown out. Sounds sick. Your ARP thing here is way too loud though, I think. Like, it's cool that it's the lead, but it feels like everything else is like super quiet, so it feels monotonous despite it not really being. Like, this should be, like, at least 3 dB quieter. Like, you have this crazy choir and I can barely hear it. I feel like I just went back to like 2016, but in a good way. That's kind of awesome. Like, it's super epic. I think it's just the mix is sabotaging you because you can't hear anything other than that. But it is really cool. Really cool. Yeah, I think if you tweak the mix and also like the arrangement here, feels like it just does not come through that. It is I really like the basses you have. They feel super, not just nostalgic, but like just really evocative. You can wait a bit longer to have this melody coming as well. Like, I think it'd make more sense to have just like full 8 bars of just like this and then have the melody come in and just like go crazy with the solo. Super cool though. Okay, chat, I need your help. Should I finish this track? I'm not going to finish it now, but should I finish this idea? Obviously, it needs a lot of work. This is like a quick idea I made, but I've been listening to a lot of ISOXO and like Knock 2 recently. Just like, yes, do it, bet. Actually, Toxic Wraith, if you're still here, like, do you want to like maybe collab on this? Because I don't know what I'd do to finish it. I feel like you could do some really cool stuff in the trap space. If it's of interest to you, it could be cool. So I was doing other stuff. How dare you? How dare you? You ignored me. Add Eliminart pre-drop. Eliminart. What's up? No. Would you be down to like do something on this? God, this snare is so hard. Why not? Bet I'll send you the thingy. I'll send you the project or like the stems or whatever you want. Maybe you can add some stuff to it. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm gonna be gone. I'm leaving tomorrow and I still need to pack. That being said, that means it is time for me to make my exit and go pack my bag before I end up in trouble. What is my hair doing? This is like fascinating though. Like, what is this? I don't know the why, when, or who or what, but I hope it figures itself out. Kyokusama. Goodbye, Afkara-chan. Goodbye, Toxic-kun. We'll see you all around. And maybe stream next week, maybe not. We'll see. If it might just be like a chatting stream versus a feedback stream, because I might not be technologically capable. But I'll see you guys around. Goodbye.